I just want to come on here and do a quick message. The download I've been getting to the Earth Angels out there, to the ones that had to go on assignments that was hard. You had to deal with broken heart. You've had the ultimate betrayal. You poured your love into things, into people, and you got left standing alone. You know, they made bribes on people. They stole an inheritance. They tried to set you up on certain things, make you lose it all. The one thing that I did get that, and this is for my Earth Angels out there who's had all that, and also to my addicts, my former addicts, you know, that was the one thing they did not want you to wake up from. They never wanted you to get sober, because they knew once you got sober, that's when you woken up. So they figured that if they make you lose it all, like standing out in the rain, that you would fall back into addiction. Now, one thing that I just saw on my news feed, and I've talked about it in my previous videos, is they want to implant you something on you. And I just saw that video, another video of somebody else speaking about it. I think I had it in one of my dreams a long time ago. Or they want to slip something like, you know, like a hot shot, something laced with fentanyl, you know, because your enemies would rather see you, you know, you fall. They would rather you go down with them than, you know, for you to win. You know, not only do they want to traffic you, they want to kidnap you, they want to take everything away. They wanted to give you, like, show everybody, look, this person has nothing. They ain't got nobody standing with them. Let's say you don't have a job, you don't have a vehicle, you don't have a home, that it's karma for all the bad things you've done. But as I say on my channel, that I try to teach my peoples, is that energy doesn't lie. Okay, and one thing that Father has been telling me is to lift your chin up high. You guys, I keep it raw and real on this channel. I don't own anything. I am poor. You know, I have nothing. I literally have nothing. I'm literally standing out in the rain. Literally. Literally. Let me just tell you, the clock is ticking. I'm literally about to stand out in the rain. But God told me to lift your head up high, because you have an army that literally walks behind you. Like, you know, the universe is your home. You have the dark and the light that fight for you. Like, these people are under judgment. These people were tested. Not only that, they were being tested, because as I talked about on my channel too as well, it's better to work with you, Divine, because it helps them. Like, helping you is like blessings for them to come in. Literally, you passed a huge test. Okay, just like in my previous videos, they laugh at you when you say that you pray for your enemies. That is a huge test of God. You passed the test, that your heart is so humble that you pray for your enemies. Yes, they may even laugh, but the purpose of this assignment, of your calling, runs so much deeper, so much for generations and generations to come, right? That it's more on a soul level purpose. That how humble you are. This is not just about this world. This is going home. This is being saved to the eternal kingdom. This is not coming back here over and over. And these people have tried to make cords. These people have followed you from lifetime to lifetime, sacrificing you over and over. But this was the last lifetime. The cords have been cut. So you keep walking with your head up high. You know, some of the earth angels I've come across stories on my newsfeed where you have homeless people out there who have properties that were stolen from them, who've had inheritance stolen from them, who had life insurance, whatever that was owed to them. Some of you guys out there have several things that was supposed to have been given to you but didn't. This morning I had a dream that, I don't know if this has anything to do with it. I'm just saying the number 5 and the number 30. Okay. In my dream, it was $30 being stolen, but I don't see it as $30. It has something to do with 30. And then my dad came in my dream, and he was very upset. My father has, he's crossed over. The one that, raised me. He's already crossed over, and he was very upset. And in my dream, he wanted to borrow $5, but I didn't have it. Well, I went to go get my purse, but my money was stolen from me, what I had. And then I got to think of later on 5. I think about 5. You think of 5 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles being left out in the cold. But then I thought 5, May 30th. I was thinking of dates, like marking the dates. Did somebody take a bribe around that time? Made me come across that. Something that happened in May. Or, but in my dream, my father, and he like represented the ancestors. Almost like there is such a war going on. And I ran across another message that I got last night when I was taking a spiritual bath last night, that when you cry, that the ethers don't even like you dropping one teardrop. These people are under judgment. These people are under severe judgment. And it goes back to, these people can say, oh, it's karma, it's this and that. But why is your energy so vibrant? You don't have masks that you take off. One thing when you walk with God is you walk in truth. Like, if somebody was to say to you, well, I'm just trying to think of an example of something. Well, back in the day, you used to sell drugs. Yeah, and? Or, could bring something in your past, but you walk in that truth. You're a sinner. You maybe have sinned and done something wrong. And somebody can say, well, we got you on this. We got you on video. Okay, and you're going to walk in that truth. And you're going to tell your story. Like, literally, I'm hearing somebody's story is going to go out. Like, God is saying, you have an army that walks behind you. These people are under severe judgment. Severe judgment. For doing you how they did. And trust me that whatever's owed to you will return back. These people can be online and persona like life is fabulous, but behind doors it's not so great. These people are angry. And another thing too that I'm hearing that God's saying, with your absence of your energy not being around, these people are starving for it. They're going to realize that you was the blessing that came in. One thing I've been seeing in the environment is a lot of fighting. And I talked about this, I think, in my last video. I'm not sure if I did. There was a lot of fighting. There was, something about snitching. And let me get into that. That's another download. Somebody who was a part of it all, who was one of the main character, is ratting everybody out to try to get a deal to save their own ass. Literally. Is literally ratting out everybody. Somebody's telling there's a rat in the group. There's they say if you come and tell us this, you can have a better deal of whatever the plan or whatever, like and I'm hearing right now some people, there were certain bribes, like I don't know, a hitman, somebody couldn't do something because of the energy that was put over them. That all along, that all the lies that was portrayed on you, that you was the blessing that was supposed to be. Somebody made the wrong choice. I'm hearing somebody made the wrong choice. They picked the karmic over the divine. But everything has happened how it's supposed to be. Everything that to please. Okay, and whatever I say to you guys, I'm talking to people, to no matter what it looks like, no matter if It's storming cats and dogs all over you. Speaking of that, they're also sacrificing animals. Don't even get me started on that and the judgment along with that. Okay? No matter what it looks like, keep your faith. God is asking you to just believe. Just believe. If you make it through the tribulation, okay, if you gotta cry, cry. Because it's a form of purging. It is. It's a form of purging. Anybody who cries, it doesn't show no sign of weakness. You have to purge it out. And something about when you sleep, you heal. Like God is healing your broken heart. Like say if something happened, you lost something or someone, or when you go to sleep at night, your heart heals. Like God, you are God's baby. Like I'm envisioning in my head, if anybody seen the movie Sinners that came out, and in the end she's holding the baby. She already went on the other side. She's all in all white. She was the black woman. Her skin was just so beautiful, she was so beautiful in that white, holding the baby and breastfeeding the baby. I'm seeing that somebody has the nurturing soul of like the mother of the universe. Like there's something about your legacy is going to be known. There's something about your nurturing. When you sing a lullaby, the frequency in your voice, when you're just so nurturing. And no matter what the enemy does, it does not make your heart go black. You didn't go and get revenge on these people. You didn't, when you could have. You could have blasted all these people with their secrets of what's going on, because the high priestess holds secrets. You could have blasted every one of them, but you didn't. You didn't. You just let God, you know what, God, I'm going to let you handle it. I'm going to let you handle it. Well, let me tell you something. The Lord is handling it. He is handling it. What I've been seeing in the environments, people are triggered right now. Triggered. And I'm hearing I'm hearing there's more than one person telling on somebody. Like, literally, they're playing the field, but they're trying to save their own ass. As somebody who was part of the mastermind, who's literally ratting. So, let God handle it, and you walk with your head held high, because you got an army of angels. You got the ancestors behind you. You got your spirit. You got the Ascended Masters. You know what an Ascended Master is? Ascended Masters can manifest here in the 3D, literally. They have conquered. They have went on. They passed all the attempts. They mastered the ascension. Do you understand? So, if you have nothing, you lost it all. Remember, everything was already written. It was supposed to happen this way. You wasn't supposed to get the blessing, at the time, or else it would have went wrong. Imagine if you would have got your blessing then and you were in this low vibration, or you were still stuck in addiction. You would have lost it all. Something would have went wrong. Excuse me. I feel like I got a burp, but it won't come up. But you would have lost it all. It would have been too soon. God had to humble your heart, because your blessing, you are going to be a blessing for other people's blessings. Like, I'm hearing something about, how can I say this? If somebody's praying and they're on this ascension and they're doing, God's, trying to better themselves. God likes when you try, right? And you're saying, God, I know you may have me alone right now, but, I know I have a soulmate coming in one day. Please send me a loving, nurturing, somebody who's going to love me for all my flaws, love me for me, who respects boundaries, whatever it is. You might be that person. You might be that person's prayers. Like God was prepping you for that. That's what I'm literally being shown in my head. Like God had to work on you. And when you keep God your number one, like literally, and you pray, and you don't just come to God when you need something, and you tell him how much you love him, and you thank him for the smallest things. You may thank him for, I don't know, the bowl of cereal you had for breakfast in the morning. You thank him for waking up. You thank him for the clean clothes you got on today. You thank him just for listening to you, because when you walk with God, you can feel his presence. And these people can say whatever they want. They can say, she has nothing. She's broke. Never judge a book by their cover. Never do that. But the energy doesn't match up. Everything was sabotaged all around you. And they thought that she would fall. They thought that she would go back to this low vibration. They thought that this magic would work. Like the energy was manipulated. And back to the dream I had this morning, you're going to find out something really hard. Like, you're going to find out who the people was involved. And it's going to break your heart. It's going to break your heart. Okay, but God is going to heal it. He's going to heal it really fast. Okay, because your mission is so big and you got other people to come across to. And that could be anything from having a conversation with a stranger, coming across somebody for you to pray for. Like, you might be that person to say that prayer for that person, for that prayer to get answered. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I mean by that? You got other people to come across, or say you get blessed financially, you might be that one person to later on down the line to pay their rents for a few months. You know what I'm saying? Like, God is getting ready for that. You was patient. You understood the plan. You knew what they were going to do. You knew they were going to take everybody away. You knew they was going to block you from getting a job. You knew they was, going to make things hard for you. You knew that they were going to make you homeless. You knew they were going to do all these things. But stand in your power. Because you have a fucking army, and excuse my language, you have a fucking army that walks behind you. Excuse my language, Lord, and the lights just came on outside. Let me repeat this again. You have a fucking army that walks behind you every minute, every second of the day. And God is the one who runs this. The Most High is the one who runs this. Remember, the devil works for God. Remember that. You have the dark and the light fighting for you. You're changing people's lives. Somebody, I don't think they realize or see, if you're being watched, okay, like if you're being watched, you got your Wi-Fi, hacked into, somebody's literally staring at the camera in your phone is hacked, they implanted cameras in your house, that you're changing people watching them. You're also triggering people. Like, the one thing I'm getting there is some Jezebel spirits that has gone fucking loco over, and it's going all there. I don't think this is more than just one story. Like, these divine masculine, I've been praying like I prayed yesterday. I prayed for the divine masculine and divine feminine to wake up. To put a firewall or protection around them. These people are waking up. Let's just take for example, these divine masculine now that are woken up, they're not going around sleeping with these women. Some of these women were getting paid. They were living this fabulous lifestyle because they were giving their body, that these men are waking up, and these women are fucking triggered. They're fucking triggered, that it's more on a soul level, that they was with the wrong person. God will remove everything out of your life before the breakthrough comes in. And I'm hearing, just like a video that I saw, I don't know if it was a week or two ago, and I'm hearing in my head to pack lightly, to pack very, very lightly, because where you're going, you're really not going to need anything. And literally, if you are leaving a place and your last days and you're about to be out there, don't leave anything behind. I'm hearing, don't leave nothing behind. Get rid of it. Throw it all out. Don't leave nothing of anything, because I'm hearing they want something of yours that holds your energy onto it. But like I said, say a prayer, because somebody who's praying is literally getting their prayers, the protection prayers covered immediately. Return to sender. Everything's being returned back, literally. You know, they thought that you would be in despair after losing everything. They thought you would be in despair, but they don't get it, that you walk with the Most High God. Your strength comes from God. You know, you understand about transition. You understand about, when you leave this world, that it was all part of the plan, so you walk with your head up high. You got an army that walks behind you. You have God Himself that stands beside you. You literally don't have yes, can I please be the Father? Oh, hold on. No, you got a, yes, child. Father, literally a straight, divine, direct message to the Most High. Your prayers don't go here or there. It goes straight to God. Literally, because your heart is so pure, is so needed. You got the universe that backs you up, the animal kingdom. You got children from the other side that follow you. You got the ancestors that respect you because you pray for them. You pray for them. You pray for the dark. You pray for the light. You pray for everybody. And your prayer, since your heart is so humble and you believe the Most High and your faith is your power, that's why it goes straight to God. Because your faith is so strong. Literally. You have faith with no sight. So you walk with your head up high. No matter what you've been through, what the enemy put you through, divine masculine, divine feminine. You walk with your head held high. And I just wanted to come on here and give this quick message, you guys. I love you. 333, all journey long, to the moon, to the stars, and back. Mwah. Bye.